successful because I'm not married. I don't like pettiness, I don't like confusion, and when I move, I gotta move. And I don't have to answer to anybody. When you're in a relationship, you can't say I'm going to Paris, and your girl might be upset. And she's upset, now you gotta cater to her, like, oh, my wife's tripping, I can't do that. I ain't doing that shit.
Hey guys, enough said. Meet Simmons back with another video. Today, as you saw in the intro, that's TK Kirkland. If you don't know who he is, he's a very famous comedian. He's an OG, he's been around forever. Funny guy. But this clip is going around the internet, making its round, a lot of consternation back and forth about this and that. But so we want to kind of bring some nuance to the conversation. I think, and I've always said this, and my wife believes this also, is that not all men are husbands, and not all women are wives. What was your initial assessment of Mr. Kirkland's response?
No, he's not mature enough to be in a relationship. Like, that was my initial onset thought. Like, I get the get up and go whimsy thing. Like, if you want to travel or do whatever, I get that. And that's something that you typically do in your youth. But I just don't think he is really, like you said, husband material, because a husband doesn't think and move that way. Yeah. And I just don't think that's his thing. And hey, live your life, be happy, no judgment at all. But I just don't think he's at that maturity level that a man or woman, but in this case, a man must take on to become a husband. I just don't think that that's his mindset.
Well, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you on this. I don't think it has anything to do with his maturity level. I think everything to do with his mindset. I don't think his mindset is that of a husband. But I don't think that's like a knock on him. I just think that's who he is. And I don't think he has the right mindset to be a husband. And honestly, I respect him for being honest, because a lot of men try to put a round peg to a square hole and try to find a woman to build this thing around where she's supposed to be good with him not being home, or him running around, or him not doing the things that a husband should do. And when you're not a husband, or you're not husband material. So I think that it's important for you first to do a self-check. If you want to be married, why do you want to be married? What is your purpose? Because I'm telling you right now, if you want to be married because you want to be served, that ain't gonna work. Right. Because husbands are servants. You are there to serve your family. And if you're not willing to self-sacrifice, then you're not a husband. These are things that husbands do. There's a reason why men die before women, because we really give ourselves over to our families, and there's honor in that. However, if you marry the wrong person, for the wrong reasons, then life is going to get hard. It's going to get real, real hard. And when I saw this, it brought my mind back to a clip we had saw on Dear Future Wifey that we were thinking about reacting to. We never got around to it, but I think it fits perfectly here.
You know, a lot of people always say that getting married, men lose in marriage.
Absolutely not.
They say it all the time. They say men lose in marriage. They say men don't gain nothing from marriage.
That's not true. You gain you.
How?
The greatest version of who you will be is when you steward a household and do it well.
Talk about it.
The greatest version of any man is when you don't know your capacity until you had to manage other people's lives. You don't know who you are, right? So you think you can manage it. You think you can handle it until you have other people who are counting on you to pay the bills, to show up. Watch it, to be stable emotionally when all hell's breaking loose.
Yes.
To have a pandemic hit and you don't know what the hell you're going to do.
Yes.
And you still have to lead these people.
Yes.
That's when you know who you are.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
Because it's true. It's true. As a husband of 22 years and a father for 21 of those 22 years, I can tell you that I am the best version of myself now than I was when I was 28, young, dumb, full of testosterone and everything else, and ready to take on the whole world. Because I've learned through trial and error, failures, making mistakes, I've learned that it is honorable to take care of a whole family, and it's a lot of work. He's right. But I am the best version of myself because I have a wife and children, not because of the absence of them.
And I'm linking this back to the first video. That's why I said what I said. On the first video.
Hey, break it down.
The first video.
Put the hand down.
The first video, homeboy, his mindset. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but that's a maturity thing.
Yeah.
Because I think what he's talking about, this gentleman here, that is a mature man's mindset. Like, he realizes that his purpose is fueled by having to do certain things and even being in a certain role.
But I guess what my question to you is calling a grown man immature is like it's a diss. But is it wrong for him to have that mindset? Is that just who he is? I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. What I am saying is that if that's his mindset and he set himself on that, I think T.K. Kirkland's in his 50s. If he set himself on that path to do that and he decided I'm not going to get married, that's his choice. Because if a woman said the same thing, nobody would have a problem with that because women say it all the time.
Well, I say that about women too, though.
Yeah, but
I would say that this is, if it was in, like, the roles were reversed, I would say this is a mature woman's mindset. So is that, it's not to diss him, I guess I don't know. Are you saying I'm dissing him by saying
I think people
mature
would,
men?
I think people would take it as a diss. If to say he has an immature mindset would be a diss to a 50-something-year-old man. Okay. And when he's that's his opinion, that's how he feels. That's how he's not hurting anybody. He didn't go out here and marry a woman and ruin her life, to my knowledge. Okay. I mean, he decided long ago probably that he wasn't going to get married. He was going to put his career above himself. So yes, it is from a husband's mindset. That's an immature outlook. However, I don't think he should be shamed or disparaged because he made a choice. I think a lot of men should make that choice because I don't think a lot of men are husband material. I think a lot of dudes get married and they ain't nowhere near. A lot of women too get married. You're not wife material.
Yeah.
So I think I actually applaud him for making that decision and not going out and ruining some young lady's life, trying to make her a wife and then trying to mold her into what he wants her to be, and she's not getting her needs met. So actually, it's a mature thing for him to say. He said, "I'm successful because I'm not married." He didn't say no man should be married because they won't be successful. So that's kind of my take on it.
And no disrespect, I didn't mean to come across as, judgy or like I'm saying, oh, he's this, he's that. I think in my mind, the way I was thinking initially was, every man should want that, but not every man is going to be a husband. So no disrespect, sir. And any of you gentlemen that decide that, this isn't for you. No disrespect.
But I do think for any man watching this that wants to be a husband, you got to be prepared for certain things. And if you're not, you need to get into some mentorship. You need to be reading books. You need to be doing the things that it takes to become that, because being a husband is no joke. It's no joke. And I tell my sons this, the most important decision you're ever going to make in life is who you marry, because it matters. And if you marry the wrong person, your life could be turned upside down. It could be holy heck. But marrying the right person, I can attest, is an amazing thing. Did you marry the right person?
Sometimes I think I did.
I will push you out of that chair. I'll push you right the chair. Hey.
You push me out the chair?
You think it's a game? I ain't playing.
Yes, love. I married the right person.
All right, don't get look.
I just said I want to get pushed out the chair. Shoot.
So we got one more video to show you guys, and just to bring this thing around full circle, I think it's a big thing, because I think for me, you've been one of my biggest supporters in everything I've ever done. You supported me, even in my failings, even in decisions I made that may not have been the best. You supported me, and you stood by my side for all these years. So I think Mr. Devin Steele and his wife here have a very, very good way to bring this full circle.
Attractive. There's nothing more powerful than a woman that can speak life into you, because it's hard being a leader. It's hard taking on the responsibility of a household as a provider, not just of finances, but of protection, of guidance, of understanding, of friendship. And when you have a woman by your side that doesn't beat you down when you're down, but yet she speaks life into you to lift you up, there is nothing more powerful and more attractive than a woman that's able to do that. And from day one, you have been that to me.
Why are we both about to cry? Ew.
That was crazy. I looked at your face and I saw your emotion and it just got me choked up.
Okay.
But everything that I have done in my life, you have been there to say, yo, I'm your biggest cheerleader.
That's so sweet.
Very sweet. This is the same. I feel the same. I really do feel the same. You have undergirded me in a lot of tough situations. You have sickness, all kind of stuff we've been through in all this time. And I don't think a man like T.K. Kirkland with that mindset would understand the depth of what a marriage really is.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is. And like we said in the beginning, not all men are husbands and not all women are wives. And so we have to understand that. So, you gotta figure out what you want as a man. early on.
Yeah.
If you want a wife and kids, then set to the task of being that good husband. If you want to go out here and do what you want to do and chase a career, that's fine too. Then nobody's stopping you and nobody's going to judge you for it. Well, some people may judge you, but nobody worth their salt's going to judge you for it. Because I would much rather you go do that than go out here and ruin some kids' lives or some woman's life because you don't know what you want.
True.
I would rather you go out here and chase corporate America, chase all the money, chase the bag, chase whatever you want to do. Because if you don't want to be married, you don't want self-sacrifice. Because marriage is all about self-sacrifice. It's not about you. It's about the two becoming one. And so I don't think, I'm not going to disparage T.K. Kirkland and men that think like him, but what I am going to say is, man, you got to figure out which side of the fence you're going to be on, because you can't be on both. And with that, that's enough said.